In this video, we're going to look at some basic shape tools that you can use to help you draw inside of XD. So along your toolbar, you can already see you have some familiar tools to work with: a rectangle tool, a circle tool, and the same drawing rules apply in XD as in any other Adobe program. So holding the Shift key gives you a straight line or a perfect circle. Holding Alt and Shift allows you to draw from the center out. You can select with the selection tool, move objects around. In a rectangle tool, these allow you to round the corners. If you hold the Alt key, you can draw in one corner at a time, come up with some interesting shapes. Each of these objects also have a fill and a stroke. So if we go over to our Properties panel, you can see that this shape has a white fill and a gray border. I can click that fill swatch and choose any of the different colors. Go into that color picker, pick the color I want. If I had a photograph, I could even use the eyedropper to pick a color from the photo. I can uncheck to hide the border. I can also do things like add a shadow to an object and then change the location of that and the blur of it. So if I wanted a more precise shadow, I'll just change that. Finally, I have an overall opacity that I can change on an object immediately under the Appearance panel. Any object that I can create, I can add to my Assets panel. So if you don't see your assets right away, you'll just want to go down to the bottom of your toolbar and toggle between Layers and Assets. So if I wanted to add this as a symbol, just click on the plus. I can then double click on that symbol one, and I'm going to call this my rectangle with one round corner. Adding it to my Symbols panel makes it easier for me to come over, drag and drop all of those shapes when I want to use those in the future. Additionally, I can use the pen tool to draw specific shapes. So let's say that I wanted to draw a search icon. Well, that could start out with my ellipse tool. Then I can add my line segment tool, get those positioned. Make that a little shorter, and we're going to increase the size of that. That looks nice. And let's go ahead and round the edges of those corners. So now I have a nice rounded edge. I can use the pen tool now to maybe put a little highlight that you always see. So just Command plus to move inside. That looks nice. And I can change the size of that if I want and round that as well. So then I've created my own search bar, and I can add that, my own search icon, and add that to my symbols. So that's just how you can maximize use of your drawing tools, draw some basic shapes to create assets within inside XD.